Hey y'all. It's getting dark very early in Norway. I got about an hour of sunlight and daylight, so I got an hour, you know? You know what I'm saying? And I started this live stream because I thought it was good to be a little social, to have some human connection going on in this world. And Art of Food, Habibi is the first one. He's the first three comments, in fact, even though there are two other people who are not saying anything. But now another person said something, and that's I'm here with you. And he has been here before. And there are still three other people who are not saying anything, but that's fine because it's okay to be shy. And maybe they are not shy, but they are just not, don't feel like talking, and that's fine. I'm that guy 9 out of 10 times as well. And more people. More people. Look, there's snow here in Norvège. Snow. Le snow. Okay? Le don't know snow. I watched your video when you walked naked on street, mate. Thank you. You're the first one. I love listening to you, says Satinder. Well, I love talking to you. And if you love listening, then I love to talk even more. And Dr. Matt says, hello there, Frederick. And I say back, hello, Matt. Oh, how's the connection? I mean, this is bad quality, I think. So I will switch the internet to a more... I'm live again, I think. So just gonna watch the view count just increase and increase and into the breeze because this is the movie Grease. If you didn't know, because I have a hair which contains grease because I haven't watched it in a couple days. Am I a bad person for that? Am I an unacceptable social individual of this social membership society? Thanks for the first thumb. That's a great affirmation. What will we say? What will we say today? How's the quality, everybody? So how's everybody doing? In all seriousness. In all seriousness. Yeah, I just wanted to make a video. I mean, a live stream to be a live kind of person for you so that you don't get hypnotized by all that bullshit that is on the internet. Okay, so I'm saving your life. I come in, say, don't watch that stuff. Watch me instead and give me attention and boost my ego, please. And Dr. Matt says again, comes with an intelligent comment that I haven't read yet, but it looks intelligent because he's a doctor. So Matt says, if you ever make it back to the States, you should visit Virginia Beach and our states of statue of the Norwegian lady. I haven't heard of the Norwegian lady. Where is she? In Virginia Beach. In the bitch is in Virginia Beach. How does she look like? Unfortunately, I don't think you can post pictures here. If you could post no pictures. But yeah, can you describe with words how she looks like? The Norwegian lady in Virginia Beach, and that's in Virginia. Is Virginia a state or a city again? I think it's a. I totally. Yeah, I'm dumb on that one. Watching the view count increase to 7. Oh, it's Virginia Beach. But where is Virginia Beach? Oh, it can't be in Virginia. because I don't think Virginia has a beach. So I need the city that surrounds this beach, surrounds half of the beach. The other half is probably the ocean. It is in Virginia. Okay, I'm learning something every day. But is Virginia. Oh no, the question. The depressing question. I'll complete the question. Virginia, is that a city or a state? Now, the depressing question. How do you feel about your channel? Because it seems like it kind of died. No offense, though. You're cool. Well, let's face it. All things come to an end. And especially if you don't work hard. So, I didn't work hard. I didn't keep it going. And that's what I get. I've seen some channels doing fine, even though they have no videos for a while, and then come back and then everything's normal. But for some reason, that hasn't happened with my channel, and there could be two factors. One is that the audience is kind of they haven't really connected with me. Most of them, you are connected with me right now, but most audience just see me doing something weird in public. They don't really know who I am, so they have no relationship with me. While a vlogger, their fans go crazy about everything she says. Buy her, buy my shampoo. Okay, I'll buy your shampoo because I look at you for hours and I'm hypnotized by you. I didn't have that effect on my 230,000 or 40,000 subscribers. 10,000 of them have said fuck you over the last few years. So yeah, the future of the channel will be I will share more insights. I will help people more, be a little more helpful. I think that's the future. If you're not helpful, you can only be entertaining for a certain amount of time. Okay, if you're a great comedian, you have maybe 3 specials on average. I think Jerry Seinfeld still have the same maybe 2 specials. Okay, and that's all the funny he is. He is a funny guy. I love Jerry Seinfeld. That's why I came up with him at the first example. I've watched many of his interviews, and he's funny in all interviews. He's very himself. That's what I like. But yeah, did I mention the other factor? 2 factors. So that's the first one. The other one could be an algorithm issue, that my content is explicit and that it doesn't YouTube doesn't favor the channel very much, and will rather get family friendly channels in front of my videos. Even though I could make a family friendly video, but YouTube will be like, but he is not family friendly because look at his past. Look at him swinging his ding dong in public in front of young women. Okay, so that's yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten the answer to that. But I will make entertaining videos, but also inspirational or videos where I teach things as well. Maybe I should call this live stream something else than Friday is my favorite day. Maybe I can invite you guys to talk to me instead. Maybe I can change the title here to ask me questiones. Questiones. Ask me questions. Because you're free to do that. What about collabs? Virginia Beach is the world's largest resort city. That's interesting. I've seen Virginia coming up many times in comments and live streams. Maybe you are almost all of them. but seems like I have a few Vikings in Virginia, which makes me pleased, very pleased. Virginia is, I like the name, maybe because it's sounds like vagina, but or it sounds very feminine. For, it sounds beautiful, you know. What about collabs? Says Dare Apfel. Are there people you'd like to shoot this with? It's just, yeah, there are, yeah, but mostly I had opportunities like that when I was living in California. I still have opportunities like that. Just haven't felt very inspired for it, to be honest. And it was more, that kind of thing happened more in LA. Should I get another, should I take a master's degree and should I go back to California, guys? Do you think so? Because that's where everything happened. Thanks, guys. It seems like you really want to help me as a YouTuber, and I appreciate that. You're really cheering for me. That's uh, something to be grateful about. Simone, hello to you. Where are you from? Brazil? Lepre? Ooh, Freddy, you're big. Bigger. Big? What do you mean? What do you mean? Really, college? You think I should go back to college? I was basically commanding you guys to tell me to go to college. But I have considered it, going back to college. I kind of feel that this is my home now. It snows now. It's nice. I have less of that drive to escape or to travel. It's not always escaping. It's not only escaping. It's you want to go somewhere else. You want um, broad. What is it called? Width of experiences, and sometimes you want depth of experience. So who are you, Lepre? You're probably great too. Show us how great you are. How big you are. No to Pix says, what's you gonna be studying? What's you gonna be studying? I will study psychology, if I study. And perhaps Eastern philosophical inspired psychology, if that makes sense. Teachings from psychology that has a focus on mindfulness and meditation, Buddhism, perhaps, or yeah, that's my direction, I think. So I saw one school in Los Angeles, and it was very cheap too. It was 12K per year, USD, which is cheap for college. I paid twice that in Santa Barbara. Or I could go to San Francisco, and I saw a couple of schools there that does this kind of Carl Jungian spiritual depth psychology programs, and those look interesting to me, very interesting. But then I have to commit for 2 years, and that's, I think, a lot of commitment. I have trouble just committing to a movie for the night. I can decide what movie to watch for 45 minutes, and the movie is like 90 minutes. So and I also want to travel as well. I want to go to Brazil soon. So if I'm gonna study in California again and go back there, it would have to be next year, I think, for the fall, or perhaps in the spring. Yeah. Norwegian lady statues are located in sister cities of Moss, a coastal town and municipality in the county of Østfold, Norway, and at the ocean front, a resort city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Um, Let me just read that with my mind, with my actual mind, and not with my French tongue. Norwegian lady statues are located in the sister cities of Moss, a coastal town. Yeah, I know that city, and at the ocean front in Resort City. That's interesting. Interesting piece of info, brother. Thank you. I'll look into it. I like a prank most of all when you was nude and with the almost erect. Ahaha, I'm not homosexual. Are you almost sexual? Going through bad vibes at the moment. Some advice. Anders Fisher. Sorry to hear that. Uh, Anders Fisher. Uh, yeah. What is going on? How do you feel? What's the what's the feeling? Not November going. No, not November going. Yeah, it's going well. I mean, I've always known nothing. I've always known nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. I can't make African English accent. I know nothing. I know nothing. Um. Okay. Well, bad vibes, Andres. Uh, I remember you from past streams, but I think I've read your name before. Going through your bad vibes. Yeah, yeah. We all go through that, and uh, it can feel so difficult in the moment. Um, but maybe there's a way to divide the experience. Let's say one part of experience you can be fine with. You can be like, okay, so this whole situation is feels fucked up, but maybe I can let go of that small part there, and maybe that's okay. That that guy said that to me. Yeah, maybe that's okay, or maybe see if you can see the you know, the reason why it's bad is because you think something should not be, um, and we all do that. See if you can find that opinion that you have. That, for example, the boss shouldn't fire me. That could be it. Uh, okay. And then you can see if that's true. And if the answer is yes, then you can ask yourself, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure if that's true? And then you can ask yourself, when I believe this thought, how do I feel? And then you ask yourself, who am I without this, without believing this thought? Who am I when I don't believe this thought? Who am I if I didn't believe the thought? So, yeah, that's deep work. I've done some deep shadow work this morning. I'm reading this book called The Shadow. What was it called? The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. It's a book about discovering your shadow, about making peace with parts of yourself that you are unhappy with. If you feel guilty or shameful about things in your life or about you, if you don't feel good enough, it's a great book. Or it has great reviews. I've just listened to it for an hour, but it's good so far. I appreciate that you liked it. I mean, I'm glad it helped, or that you liked it. The dark side of the light chasers. Yeah, coming to peace with the parts of us that are negative, okay, or that we think are negative. For instance, that you are selfish, or that you are bitchy. I can admit some things. I am I don't always care as much as I pretend to care. I try to care. I try to be interested in what people are saying to me sometimes, without and it's because it's socially acceptable, or it will be socially awkward if I just tuned out and didn't care and ignored the person. Okay? So that's something I do. And if people knew that, oh man, it will be it's that's kind of I mean, it's fine saying it now, but if they knew what was going on inside my head sometimes, they would probably get very angry. So that's one way I act. That's one way I'm not completely authentic, and that's something basically the person you don't want to be, the person you fear becoming, or the person you try not to be. That's your shadow. That's how Carl Jung, uh, very famous psychology uh, from the 1900s, said. The shadow is the one you're trying to not be, that you really don't want to be, the person you really don't want to be. People I don't want to be is I don't want to be needy with people. Um, and I am needy. I have, and probably, and I know there are girls I've talked to where I've acted needy and wanted something from them. And so that's a shadow at work. That's the shadow going at work. And I don't want to be shamed by society, like all the headlines. You see these Me Too people on the headlines. You know, no man. That's like a man's worst nightmare. You know, to oh, this one girl I dated, she was not really happy with me. Maybe she's gonna make something out of that. Um, I'm being very honest here. With that's kind of the you got to be very honest with yourself. What do you fear the absolutely most? Uh, what do you not want to tell people? That's the shadow, and then you admit it that you are that way. That's you. That's a part of you that could be true from one perspective. That is true from one perspective to a degree, to one degree or another. Um, so when we include these parts of ourselves that we have neglected, then we become more whole, a full person. You know, when you were a kid, you had you were more open and not worried that much about what people thought of you, and you were more authentic, most likely. I mean, most likely. Let's say when you were like 3 years old, or two, I don't know. At some point, we started repressing parts of ourselves that were not socially acceptable. You know, our parents may have gone, "It's not nice. It's not good to try to kill your brother." Okay, well, that's a very constructive thing for a parent to say in one way. Uh, I mean, to and perhaps you won't kill your brother, um, but that doesn't really matter. You will probably maybe you would create a trauma out of that. You would repress that part that secretly wants to hurt others. Okay, and and if you're not aware of that, because if you repress it, you will push it out of your conscious experience. And if you push it out of conscious experience, you will be blind to that part of you. And it will keep growing around you. And you may act manipulative, and something may seem kind of off. You may act, people may feel that you're not being as authentic as you could be, or maybe they connect less than if you owned this shadow. And that doesn't mean that you were trying to kill your brothers, but it means to be aware of it. That that's the part of you that want to kill your brothers. And this by the way, this is an exact example I took from a book, the kill your brother part. So yeah, that's a nice book. So the book is called "The Dark Side of the Light Chasers." So now I've skipped a lot of questions. California seems like a nice place to be. You should really consider going there. I am. What do you think about mental health? Um, I, that's a very broad question. You could, if there's anything specific, you can ask me that. Have you ever visited Finland? Just at the airport, man. Just in Helsinki. That's all. So yeah, I didn't experience Finland. I guess it's kind of like this, if you can see it. What more do we have? Are you filming with a potato? Is the camera sucky to you guys? Because the internet connection may be off because of the snow. How's the quality? I am 29 years old, Lepre. Just turned. So 1 year left until the 30s, the mighty 30s. So I have some goals that I want to achieve before the 30s. Getting a little, I have made my thoughts about it. I want to be this successful before I'm 30. That's also a shadow that I have. For some reason, I want to have a certain amount of success. And I want to be this important person. I want to be the uh, someone who is considered the smart or funny or wise and successful by a lot of people. When I was a kid, I wanted to become world famous soccer star, football star. So this is something. These are things I have to admit to come to peace with myself, because these are kind of selfish desires, and if I neglect them, I will become a half person. If I neglect half of myself, the dark side, I'll become a half person, and I'll be kind of become this. Hey, mm, okay, it's a smile. I mean, his eyes look. It looks like he is a nice guy, but still, I don't trust him for some reason. Or I mean, I kind of don't want to talk to him. That's maybe how people would experience me. So yeah, that's one example. Getting really into the shadow work philosophy. How important is your YouTube career to you? Do you define yourself by what you've achieved so far? What are your goals in life? I have to admit that I have defined myself a lot with my greatest successes on the outside, measured by society, which is videos that have been viewed by a lot of people. And also that videos that people genuinely react positively to. So I've associated my success with that. A part of me does that. I also see a lot of success and gifts and treasures in more healthier ways as well, like through my friendships and hey Nick, good to see you. Through my friendships and through or all the traveling I've done, all the personal development, all the spiritual growth, um, meditational success, health success. But yeah, a lot. I mean, I miss that part that was a successful YouTuber. I missed it and had something really that everybody knew about. Oh, Fred, he's doing YouTube videos, and they all knew it, and they had. It was lovely seeing their faces, their excitement. It was so fun to talk about what I was doing. So I miss that. I miss that. How do you practice destroying the filters that we have inside and how to calibrate? We by the way, I will have a webinar called the Social Balls webinar where I'll teach the shadow and how to become friends with it and becoming more unfiltered, as you say. I'll just remind you guys. But destroying the filters, well, you don't destroy them. You become aware of them and you accept them. You admit that this is you. You admit that you are shy. You admit that you're a jerk, partially. Okay, you admit to yourself that you're kind of dumb in some areas. Okay, and when you own that, you'll become more unfiltered You'll be more free. If you've seen somebody who's unfiltered, or just somebody who's like, oh, that person is being herself, himself. That if that's your impression of that person, they probably have owned up a lot about themselves. They have admitted a lot of things to themselves. They are open. They're not as afraid of being judged for those things because they have come to peace with them. They have admitted them. They have admitted those parts to themselves. So they stand there, hey, yeah, I'm this guy. Take it or leave it. So you accept these layers, these aspects of you. Everything you don't like about yourself. You admit that you have those qualities, or you and here's another important thing, and this is maybe crucial actually. This is probably crucial. Uh, these are not wrong. These qualities are not wrong. Let's pick a quality. Let's say it's that you are kind of self-centered. You don't listen that well. Okay, people will find that annoying if they know it. Okay, I pretend like I'm not listening. I pretend like I'm listening often when I'm actually not. So I'm agreeing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, because I'm totally programmed to like nod. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I don't always listen to everything. Now I'm working on that part, but so a good thing about that is that, well, why doesn't he listen? He is focusing on something that matters to him. He's protecting himself, or he's ignoring what he doesn't think is important. He has priorities, he has values, he has a focus that is maybe not on me right now, or the conversational partner, but it's on something that he cares about. And maybe that thing that he cares about will become amazing. Maybe it's an amazing movie or a book that he's focusing on. And perhaps, maybe, if you're not listening, what's good about that is that you won't be totally absorbed by the person that you're talking to as well. Okay? Maybe you think you're not talking enough. Well, a good thing about not talking is that you maybe will listen better, you know, or maybe when you are talking, people will really listen to you. The more you are talking, perhaps the less each word will weigh. So when you are talking, speaking fewer words, those few words will have a heavier weight. That's one aspect. It's not correct to talk less or more correct than talking a lot. Okay? But this is how you can see it. Nothing's correct and nothing's wrong. Okay? It's all a free, open space to be whoever you want to be. And then we have to allow others to be who they are. Okay? So you can't just, but you can react however you'd like to how other people are. But if you truly accept yourself, you will also accept, because you will see your parts. You have everything. If you look at Donald Trump and you don't like whatever he says, or maybe there's another person on the other side of the political spectrum, you don't like what he or she says, or does, or acts like. Okay, these are qualities that we all have. Okay. And it doesn't mean that we don't have to set boundaries. Okay. We can set boundaries for ourselves, you know. But we can't go into this victim mode like, oh, it shouldn't have been like that, and create all this drama, and put your life on pause because some person is saying something that you don't like, or acting in some way you don't prefer. Okay, know that you have that part of you. Um, you have, I mean, you can probably remember moments where you have acted in a similar way or with a similar kind of energy. Um, so, wow, I got in a deep zone there. Deep zone. Brother Raji! I watched your confidence seminar, and it's very cool, man. Very cool. Beautiful seminar. I hope to see you in Brazil in the winter. Let's see. When are you going to release the statues video? Says Nick. Nick did a video with me where we did pranks on a statues, getting intimate with statues. We did it a few months ago, 3 months ago or so. Still haven't uploaded it. Nick. I will upload another video first, and it's a trailer, and then I will upload it eventually. But I'll probably edit it myself, so I'll probably edit it a lot. But I'll keep you updated during the process. Yeah, I'm looking forward to release it. It will be funny, I'm sure. Why don't you do pranks no more? Okay, I've answered that too many times. Okay. If you watch my live stream tomorrow, I will always give that answer in live streams. Friday, brother Audrey. I miss Brazil. I miss you, your camera, your perfect lifestyle. I will. My perfect Brazil is the perfect lifestyle, perfect country. This Norway is the perfect country. Perfect weather. Any advice for someone who feels they are boring when conversing with others? You accept that you are boring. Okay. And that there may be benefits of being boring as well. Being funny, it has downsides, believe me. Lots of times in the past, I've met girls on the street and I've been funny. They have been laughing, but they haven't really gotten to know me. So they don't, I haven't built that trust. I was just an entertainer. And also, maybe if I was more boring on YouTube, I would have more fans. I mean, maybe less fans, but more true followers who would maybe take workshops with me or get coaching with me because the relationship is good, or they see my normal, low key, more the slower or a wiser aspect of me. So maybe you're boring because you're wise. Okay, so see how being boring can be a good thing, and why it definitely is not absolutely a bad thing. Okay, so the first step is to accept uh, that you are boring, and also you can also challenge yourself if you're actually boring, if you are just you just like being quiet, maybe you like listening. Okay, lots of people like people who listen to them so that they can talk. There, keep your head up. Yeah, I need to just remind people that there will be a webinar soon called the Social Balls Freedom webinar. So I'll announce that soon. So it'll be next Sunday, I think. So Sunday in 8 days, 9 days. So I'll share some big things that I've realized over these past years. Uh, it will be an awesome webinar. I'll be 2 hours with you, share everything I can in those 2 hours on social freedom, social accept or accepting yourself. Keep your head up. I think you've made it to the top once. You can do it a second time for sure if you really want. Just get back to the hustle and commit. Lol. Thanks, Dare. Thanks, Dare. Thanks, Dare. Where are you? I'm in Oslo, outside. Adam, LFC, Liverpool Football Club. I'm a Man United fan. What do you think about that? But I accept Liverpool as a part of me, as a shadow of me, which I have to come to love. Utku. Give me three things you look forward to in life. I look forward to Brazil, visiting Brother Raji in Brazil in the winter or in the Brazilian summer in a few months. And I look forward to going to California again. And I look forward to the next moment. I look forward to, it's fun to talk about things to look forward to. I look forward to write a book. I look forward to make a movie called Frode. More on that later. I look forward to doing stand-up. I look forward to do more live streams. I look forward to help people with accepting themselves and reach a greater level of freedom in social situations and in their lives, in their careers, to fully be themselves, to be at ease and comfortable with themselves. I look forward to help people with that. And I look forward to make more money so I can travel again and eat at Chipotle. Eat outside sometimes, not just make food at home. And I look forward to awaken. I look forward to accept more parts of me. Danny E, welcome. Nick, my travel plans is probably Brazil sometime in the winter, and probably Europe in the spring again, and maybe Eastern Europe too. And in the summer, probably Norway. I'm also considering going to a college program in California, but I want to first go to Brazil at least because I have to commit for 2 years, and I think I should visit Brazil first, because yeah, that's what I usually do. What are your travel plans, Nick? So what's going on otherwise in your life, if you don't mind sharing it in public? At least some few nuggets. Can you say for me, has it that you know what that? I didn't understand. Um, when we go to a girl in a frame of giving, offering a great energy, is the correct frame instead of trying to get something from her frame? When you go to a girl in a frame of giving, offering a great energy is the correct frame instead of trying to get something from her frame. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, one way to look at it is curiosity. Who is she? Who is she? Because ultimately, she wants to be seen. She wants to be discovered and witnessed, and because she's beautiful, right? Or it's the feminine nature to be beautiful. Okay, and it's the masculine energy to observe. I guess. I mean, it's just one philosophy. Uh, so if you like see her as a journey, as like who is in here, who is in here, and also if you're interested in knowing who you are, okay, who you are inside, who you really are, you will also be interested in who she is. But yeah, curiosity can often break fear. It can interrupt the fear. When I meditate, if I'm getting stuck in my meditation, like, oh, here's the wall, and it's I can't. Well, how do I get past this one? That's actually a good, almost a good question. But I would also I would, instead of saying how can I get past it, I would say, who is frustrated now? What's this frustration? What's that about? What's in there? And when we ask questions, we uh, we open ourselves. Questions are open, and especially open-ended question. So who is she? How's that like? I've always been told that the three things I should do before I die: one, have a kid; two, plant a tree; and three, write a book. But making money seems good too. Planting a tree, that's not on my bucket list. My bucket list probably has more than 100 things on it. Tree. Yeah, but writing a book, I think that's something. That's a very commonsensical or natural thing to have on your bucket list, I feel. I'm going to Asia in December and then Europe again in either February or March, says Nick. Nick is in Asia in December, Europe again in either February or March. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to be in Asia in December, but I may be in Europe if I don't go to Brazil. But I may be in Brazil at that time. But very cool that you're traveling again. And Hawaii, okay, cool. Yeah, Hawaii is. Yeah, Nick is a client or an old client of mine. Or sometimes we talk still, and he has this place in Hawaii that he likes going to. He this guy has written I say this a lot. Maybe he's tired of hearing it, but he has written 600 ebooks, and he's just 22 years old. Maybe 23 is what he is now. Isn't that crazy? Writing 600 ebooks. That's crazy, huh? He's a machine. Um, and he's taken amazing leaps in his social confidence and social life since a year ago. He has been very eager, very consistent with his efforts to improve his social capacities. So he's been a great student. Brazil, Nick, is the is a yeah. I don't know what kind of impression you have on Brazil. You should look into it, like see if that connects with you. But I feel like Brazil is a very country. Like you will feel like you are really in a country in Brazil, like a new country, and they have so much culture. They have samba. They have lots of dances and music and beach activities. They're good at moving their bodies, and football is from there. Soccer, volleyball is also from there. Football is from England, but yeah, Brazil is a football country for sure. And people are very social and happy, I think. Um, Amazing food, and they're so welcoming. And they have Amazon up in the north, and very tight nature or rich nature. So there's a lot of things about Brazil, and that's why I go there. Uh, so yeah, you should look into it and see if it speaks to you. What kind of job do you currently have? Well, this job here, and I do social confidence coaching. Okay, so if you, I have a webinar that I will hold in a week or a week and a half, where you can, yeah, watch and listen to everything I have on my heart for 2 hours on that topic, improving social confidence, get over social fear, and live a free lifestyle as well. A lot of people have asked me, how do you get to travel so much, and how do you get by in all these places you're in? And there are ways to keep the, to make it affordable. For less than $1,000, you can live in awesome places in the world, and also less than that, maybe 500 even, or maybe even just a few hundred. But I recommend at least having a few hundred a month. And how to be free in your mind, so reduce self-doubt. There's a technique I use to reduce self-doubt. I will share that in the webinar. So look, if you want to attend that webinar, it's I'm gonna announce it in the next video. Okay, and there I will be live with you again. Mm-hmm. So, do you have a girlfriend? If not, do you wish to have one? Actually, I never had a girlfriend. Never been in a relationship like that, which is kind of weird. One of those weird things about me. Okay. And I don't really wish I had somebody right now, but of course, in our deepest nature, we want to connect with each other. We want to connect with ourselves, but also with something, I'm sure. And we want to grow. And if you're with somebody, maybe you can grow faster because they can, you know, see the things you don't see in yourself. So I think that's the thing I miss. Um, but I still wanna get around. I need to get out in the world. I need to fall in love in order to get a girlfriend. I don't want to seek a girlfriend. I get a girlfriend when I fall in love, or when it happens. Nick had a date last night and a social event tonight. Nice. Well, you have a lot of dates, it seems. That's awesome. Um, yeah. Well, I'll message you about it. I want to hear more. Ludagris, hey, some guys, including me, sometimes focus on impressing the girls, fear losing her, so we forget that our energy, our way of life, the sparks we create on her is the key instead of fearing losing her. I think that, oh, yeah. So, yeah, if you lose, the sooner you let go of the girl, and if you can, the sooner you let go of the girl, and the more you could say you let go, the more available that same beauty that you saw in her will manifest in your life again. Maybe in a different form, maybe in a different woman. Okay, if you can let go of her, that same energy or beauty will be more available to you in life. So yeah, just look more towards becoming happy inside yourself. Okay, go out and talk to girls, but also become find appreciate life as it is. Because if you do that, then you will actually not need her as much. And you will be more yourself, your natural self. And she can also relax a little more. Got it? One, I eat somewhat healthy, but I also eat sugar and chips. I kind of want that now soon, but I don't. Do I take any? I did a sleep repair, but I don't really do much supplements. No, but I do a lot of things. I do sometimes I do breathing exercises in the morning, and I do these days I meditate for between 1 or 2 hours a day, and I also work out most days, either gym or run or yoga. Yeah, and I do fasting. I do intermittent fasting. So I haven't eaten yet. It's 4 o'clock, I think. That's very normal. That's my habit. I don't eat until like 5 or 6 or sometimes 9, 10, or at night, depending on if I'm gone from home. One day I'd love to go, says Danny, and direct a film more than write a great novel. As much as I read more than I watch films, I find that films have a wider capacity to capture certain ideas of emotions. Yeah, I kind of agree. I want to write, I like writing, but I also want to take the ballsy step to make to make it a film, you know, to make it an hour and a half experience. Probably a lot of work, but Yeah, imagine having a film. That's kind of cool, huh? Everyone who come to Brazil says that people from here is happy and have a good vibe. I love to hear it. I love to know my country is different and a positive country. Nick, come to Rio, says Leonardo. Yeah, as you can see, Nick, Brazilians. Well, not to stereotype or that all Brazilians are the same, but I've felt very welcome by a lot of Brazilians. I am asking you a lot, but let me thank you all. Your videos helped me a lot at that moment, so thank you a lot, even if you don't want. Thank you very much, man. I assume you're a man. Yeah, you are a man. I appreciate that. I won't show my boobs. I left without saying goodbye. Sorry about that. Goodbye. Dude, what happened to your channel? Yeah, I talk about that all the time. You're totally correct. Sometimes we are so needy, feeling a sense of not deserving that cute girl we are dating. So we create that sense of losing her, feeling needy. How to lose that needy frame? Well, you don't need her. You work on the neediness and you find happiness in other places, not in just the girl, but in you do something you enjoy. You start liking your life more. Okay, you take an hour a day and do something you really wanted to do for a long time that you just like doing, and that is good for you. Become healthier, become happier. Then you will need less. Meditate. Read a book about mindfulness or read Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, and you'll be happier. You will need less. And that's how you get rid of that neediness. I'll do some pranks soon. Danny says, thanks for the chat. Good night from Australia. Thanks, mate. Howdy. Good night. That was more Southern American accent. Does the carpet match the drapes? Now it's getting dark here. So I want to stream for an hour, and I have done that now. So I think I'll thank you guys for watching this live stream. It's cool, always fun. David says hi. Hey. Oh, he's Brazilian. This guy live in South Paraná, Curitiba. Oh yeah, I've been to Curitiba. Been to Curitiba together with brother Ejigas. We were in Curitiba. It was a cool city. It's kind of European in a sense, and it was good prices too, cheaper than in Sao Paulo. I will go there again. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Take care from FreddyFairhair. Bye.